So I'll never forget the morning that I woke up. Like most mornings, I was just full of anxiety. I was full of stress. I was overwhelmed with my life. And I went to the bathroom and I was so anxious to go to work that I literally started dry heaving in the toilet. And I knew in that moment, after I finally could get myself up and look at myself in the mirror, having to have that look, just looking at myself eye to eye, staring back at my reflection and realizing something's not right here. I've got to do something with my life. Enough is enough, and something's got to give. I knew that I was in a place where, because I had gotten done with college and had been in a job for 2 years and left it for another job because the next job was giving me more money, more benefits and vacation, and it felt like more freedom. But just 3 months into it, I was at that place, and I was worse off than I was from the first job. And all the things I'd been complaining about in my life, I finally got. I got the bigger paycheck. I got more benefits. I got the vacation time that I was looking for. Yet I was in a worse place. And so I knew right then in that moment, I had to figure something out. I had just gotten into a new relationship with a man that for the first time in my life I felt extremely happy with and myself with, but something deep down in my heart just didn't feel right about the path I was taking with my life. And so I didn't end up going into work that day, and I ended up just sitting in my room and just asking myself, like, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? And I finally just realized, like, what job, like what could I do with my life that would like have me jumping out of bed every morning rather than immediately just feeling like I had a ton of weight on my shoulders and on my chest because I could barely breathe because I was so full of anxiety. And so it just clicked. And a little backstory is that I grew up playing sports. I grew up loving fitness, but life just happened. Life got in the way, and I loved sports so much, but I just wasn't living life very well anymore. And so it just, something deep down hit that, you know what, I want to be in health and fitness. But the problem is I knew I couldn't go back to school because I didn't have the time and I didn't have the money. So I was like, what in the world am I going to do? So my first step actually ended up being to get certified as a personal trainer. And while I was getting certified, I actually had my boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, shared with me this fitness program that you could do from home. And I'd kind of heard about stuff like that here and there, but and done maybe little things like that, but never to the point of like actually doing a full-out program. But since I had decided to sign up to get certified as a personal trainer, I was like, you know what? This sounds like a great idea. And it honestly sounded really awesome because I was like, well, I've got an accountability partner right here, so why not? So I started doing this program while I was getting certified. And I kid you not, I will never forget the day that it was a 60-day program, and I remember being on my hands and knees on the last fit test. And I am super competitively natured, and so I was like competing with myself, and I was like really wanting to obviously see the fit test improve, right? But I remember this program called Insanity being so freaking challenging that I just felt broken, and I was trying to do another push-up, and I've got sweat, and I feel like blood's coming up from my throat because that feeling of just like you're pushing so hard. I ended up just like breaking down. I couldn't do another push-up. Sorry, there's a helicopter coming over me. But I remember trying to do another push-up, and I just collapsed, and I ended up on my hands and knees, and I just started crying. But for once, those tears weren't of sadness. For once, I was crying because of tears of joy, because for the first time in my life, I committed to something that empowered me and made me feel more confident and stronger and more alive than I'd ever felt in my entire life. And the crazy part is a week later, I love running, and I hadn't ran in a while. And I remember going out on a run, and I could never run more than 2 or 3 miles at a time. And I'll never forget a week after doing this 60-day program that I fully committed to, going out on a trail, and I ran like 5 or more miles, and I felt amazing. And I was like, it had to have been this program. Like, I've never been able to do this in my entire life. And so just this feeling that was so hard to describe, because it just felt so good to finally be in this place of, it wasn't just about looking at myself in the mirror and losing the weight, which yes, I lost like about 20 pounds. But what was even better was just how much my confidence and my self-esteem had grown. And what's crazy is I got certified, finally got my certification. And after a couple of interviews that I went on, to be a personal trainer at a gym, I kept walking out of these interviews with the job offered to me, still feeling an emptiness. And so here I am back at this place, and I'm like, well, how, if I'm at this place and I'm finally feeling like I'm taking the right path, because my jobs before had zero fulfillment to them. I was in sales and working for companies that I had no purpose working for. That finally I felt like I was on the right path, but yet why was I still feeling this emptiness? And so I ended up coming home one day after an interview, just feeling kind of like a complete wreck. Like, man, is it me? Like, is something wrong with me? And I remember sitting down at my desk and pulling up my computer and just scrolling social media. And I came across a post that someone had shared, someone I went to high school with that was like more of an acquaintance. I don't even remember what the heck the post said, but something clicked because it was about coaching and a sneak peek, and that I could do it for free. And because I had just gotten done with like one of those programs, something clicked. I was like, well, wait a minute, what the heck is this? So I decided, like, why not? It's free. I'm just going to join and check it out and see what it's all about. I joined this free sneak peek thanks to this team that I'm a part of today. And I kid you not, you guys, I kid you not. The day that I got into the sneak peek, I mean, these people in this group were just, they were so happy and so fulfilled, and like there was just some kind of energy coming through the screen that I was just like, what are these people on? Like, this is amazing. Like, I've never been surrounded by people like this. And just over the next couple of days, like, I couldn't get it off my mind. And I just remember seeing like story after story of all these other like families and these women who were sharing about how broken they were and how unfulfilled they were, and how this opportunity of like being able to do workout programs and take care of their health and be able to pay it forward to other people, and that they were like becoming debt free. And one person in particular that I'll never forget, who's actually the leader to our team, shared a video that I ended up coming across on YouTube, where she was sitting in her backyard and she had this check in her hand and she was crying, and it was such a genuine video of like her first time making a 5-figure paycheck after her marriage and her life felt so broken, and that this just was pulling the pieces back together for her life. And at the time, because I was so unfulfilled in my life, I connected so much and was like, these people are so happy. And they have found something that they can do that brings them joy, and they can pay it forward to others. And then on top of that, like, I mean, it was just like one thing after the next that I just couldn't believe it. And all I could think about was, I don't even care anymore what it is that they're doing or what they're selling. Like, I've got to be a part of this community. This is amazing. I need this in my life. And I'm so grateful that day I decided that, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this, because working from home and being on my own schedule and being able to create the freedom, the lifestyle of my dreams, I wasn't even a mom at the time, which, as you can see, I'm definitely pulling the mom shift right now. But it was just incredible to me to see that something like this existed, and I never, ever knew. And so this is why I'm here, is because now 5 years later, I've created an enormous vision for my life and for my family. And I want so bad for the moms and the families who are like me, that see that there's something more to life. And maybe you're just not quite sure what it is. And maybe this opportunity could be that just for you. But the vision that I have is to be able to help moms build businesses and strong bodies for their families, to create the lifestyle of freedom, because I am now home. I'm able to work from anywhere and be at home with my babies. I've got a 16-month-old and a 2.5-month-old at the time of this video. And I'm able to be at home with them, raising them and working on nap times and living a lifestyle that I truly desired. And my husband is in construction engineering. He has off seasons, but I want him off permanently. I want him to be full-time with us, and as does he. And he works this with me, and we are creating a lifestyle of our dreams, and we want to pay this forward to other families, other moms and other families who want that same kind of freedom, same kind of lifestyle that works for you. And so if that speaks to you, if that speaks to your heart, and that's something that you want for your family, that you want to be out of the 9-to-5 rat race, if you want to be out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, if you want to feel like yourself again and the joy back into your life, then I can guarantee you this is an amazing opportunity that can completely set your soul on fire. So you're here, there's a form to the side that you can fill out so that you can get your ticket into our sneak peek. It's a free sneak peek. That's a one-day event on Tuesday where me and a couple of other coaches from our team share about this opportunity. And then also below, you'll see the details about exactly what it is that you'll see in this sneak peek. All right, and I'm also gonna have a couple of handy dandy notes here that I wanted to share with you so that you knew. If I can open it up. Okay, so what you're going to get, you're going to find out about what the heck coaching is all about, who can be a coach. You're gonna also find out how we actually get paid and how you'll get paid too, and how to get started. We're gonna go over all those details with you in our sneak peek on Tuesday. And if you join, you'll be entered into a free drawing, which is really exciting. Like, who doesn't want free prizes, right? And then also what you're going to get, if you join my team, you will get mentorship, training, and the tools to be able to find your niche, to market and sell your niche, to automate your business, which is amazing. That's why I'm actually able to do this now, is because we're creating an automated system so that way this is working while I'm sleeping, while I'm with my babies, while I'm living my life, but paying it forward at the same time. You'll also be able to live your best life, and you'll be able to do this without being a fitness expert, without being salesy. You're just going to be learning how to market yourself to the right people, sharing your story every step of the way without a whole lot of time or a whole lot of money. Because I know if you're like me, then it's all about time is of the essence. So if you're interested, fill out the form. Check out the information below, and you'll get your ticket into the free sneak peek. Cannot wait to see you there. Cannot wait for you to see the incredible information that is coming your way with the other coaches on my team. See you guys later. See you guys in the sneak peek. Eek.